Hello, Mr.
Hi, how are you? Shelley Davis.
Hello, Mr.
Area also maybe highlight the red light district of a port city. Well, here where you are in 1650. He got married in the other room. How much should it be?
This is a very quiet place. When we walk into the church in a minute, you will find that we have a solemn, exquisite silence in what I would say a very liberal area in Amsterdam. This place is called the Red Light District. I don't suggest you walk around after this, after when you go out. But it is also typical for a cultural highlight, a solemn place to be in the middle of a very active and, as I said, liberal Amsterdam. The church maintains its position by, say, having visitors here, 150,000 last year, many Americans, I should say, 80% is foreigners, and in addition we have concerts and exhibitions. You will want to
The right place to be today. I'll give it to someone and keep it. You have one already? Rembrandt and his wife went through there in, what was it, 1633 to get married, and lots of well-known people, not well-known people, and moved in there not to get married.
Yes, I know. The program is already started. We're standing here in this old church. We had some explanation of that. Below the cobblestones there are a lot of graves also from former Amsterdammers and also from people who were in the city council. Some of them were also working in the slave trade, to be honest about that. And we learned from history, I think. We learned to be anti-discrimination, to cherish diversity, and also to make, let's say, do not forget about our history also of slave trade, because it belongs also to Amsterdam, and we like to make it a positive one, just never again let it happen again. So very welcome here, and I hope you will have a good time here. I see you also this evening when you make your speech in.
There's something about the enduring power of the church to yet remain so strong, so relevant, hosting visitors from around the world here every year. The church still stands. Secondly, the fact that it is in the red light district is where the church should be in the midst of challenge, the midst of crisis, the midst of poverty, the midst of confusion. So in some sense, it is the church's mission statement to heal the brokenhearted and to set the captive free and to defend the poor and to defend the needy. Also, to the younger ones of you who are here, a lot is said often about generational differences, intergenerational challenges. The church says, in a real sense, that there are changeless values in these changing times. There are changeless, timeless values in these changing times. And the challenge of our time, and no less, is to learn to do a difficult thing, to learn to live together brothers and sisters in our Dyer Park schools, we speak so much of diversity as if it is a new discovery. The world is diverse. The world is a rainbow. The world is multiracial, multicultural, multilingual. And so the challenge to learn to live together, what we call ourselves, immigrants or not, learning to live together remains a great character challenge of our time. And when we learn to live together, we choose coexistence over co-annihilation. And so I'm glad to be with you today. I thank you for sharing. And let me say to you that no less than past generations, your challenge is to many languages but one message. The message that love endures, the lesson that faith matters, the message that we must turn to each other, and not on each other, and share the resource of the world so as to spread the joy and spread the love. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Reverend Jackson, now so interesting. It merely says LWVM, Lucretia Wilhelmina van Merken. And she was remarkable. She was the most popular poetess in the country in the 18th century, around the time when the United States came about, 1776. And a little later on, they discovered in Europe, many people in our country, in the Low Countries, they discovered there's something going on there. It's interesting. She wrote a poem to George Washington, and she posted it, and she waited. And it was in the 18th century. And she talked to her husband, and she said, I haven't had a thank you letter. And he said, send it again, which was not unusual. So she posted the poem, 12 verses again, and then came the answer through Paris, because that was the first European embassy of the United States. And then she died. She was buried here, and she's here forever. So, yeah, it's very interesting when you do research on this floor, and what we have done in this church, because we have this vast floor, we thought we should recognize, we should be able to have people rise again. And so we put all the names so they are not forgotten on a database, and you can visit ouderkerk.nl and the page Graves Online, and you can meet everyone and even add historical details. It's our virtual museum. So.